shoulder measurement, I'm going to draw a straight point, which is going to be the start point. I'll draw my start point right there. Then I'll go ahead now, take the shoulder measurement divided by 2. My shoulder measurement I'm working with is 15. 15 divided by 2 is going to give me 7. I'll slant it down. I'll slant it down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I'm going to move now to the armhole depth. We're taking the round armhole. The measurement I'm working with is right there. So the shoulder I'm working, to know the armhole depth I'll be using for this project is by dividing round bust by 6. Then I'll go ahead and add 1 inch to it. Round bust is 38 divided by 6 will give me 6.0. I'm going to go ahead and add 1.5 to it altogether. I'm going to round it up to 8 inch. I'll go ahead now, move now to the armhole depth, which is 8 inch. I will mark that up here. After marking it up, what I'm going to do is to move now to the neck depth and the neck width. Okay, I'll be marking the neck depth of 3 inch is the basic one. Neck width of 3 inch. After that, I will connect it up. Before I go ahead now to connect these points, I want to make sure that whatever I have from this point here to this point, which is 7.5, I'm going to mark it up here 7.5, so it should be the same. Then I'm just going to go ahead and draw a straight line from here to here, like that, all the way to that 8 inch. Then I will connect these points up like that. After doing so, I'm going to go ahead and connect my neck depth. So I went in by 3 inch. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'll just come here like this and go in by 3 inch, which is right there. I'll connect it up with a straight line like this. I'm going to just go ahead and do it up again like so. 3 inch for the neck depth. Then after doing so, I'm going to connect it up here. Give it a curve right there. And I'll connect my shoulder slope. My shoulder slope, which is right there. After doing so, what I'm going to do is to measure up whatever I have from this point to this point and divide it by 2, which is 8 inch. Divided by 2 is going to give me 4 inch. I'll go in by ½ inch. You can go in by up to 3/4 inch. Let me do 3/4 inch. We normally use 1/4 of the bust. So the round bust I'm working with is 38 divided by 9 divided by 4. Divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5. I'll connect this point from here to here, from here to here with lines like this. Then I'm going to bring it here, making sure here is good to go. Now that I'm done connecting that part up, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead now. I will mark from the shoulder to the bust point. The bust point I'm working with is 12 inch. Yeah. She is tall. The bust point, where is the bust point? The bust point I'm working with is 12 inch. The bust point line is 12 inch. Then now I'm going to go ahead now, measure from the shoulder to the under bust, which is shoulder to the under bust. The under bust is 16 inch. 16 inch right there. Then the half length is 19 inch. Yeah. The half length, where's the half length? I get it somewhere. I'm not put this in order. Yeah, the half length is 19 inch, which is the waist. The half length is the waist, okay? 19 inch. Then now from the shoulder all the way to the hip depth line. Okay, the hip depth line, which is going to give 20. She's a tall person, right? She's a taller. Definitely I'm going to have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, it's a tall. Me, I normally use 8-inch. Then I'm going to move now to the length. The length we're going to be working with is 63. But since our fabric is shorter, we'll just go ahead and use whatever we have here, which is 46. Okay, 46. Then I will connect those lines up with a straight line. I'll connect the bust point, which is right there. I'll connect the under bust, which is right there, with a straight line. I'm going to do the half length, which is definitely the waistline. Then the hip depth, which is here. And then I'm going to go ahead now and connect up the length of the dress. Remember I said my length is 63. I'll have to add that up on the fabric. I'm going to bring this up here because I'm also filming it. Okay, I'll be able to post that video later on. Okay, now that I'm done doing so, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and mark the nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple I'm working with is 9-inch. Okay, I will mark that point up. I'm going to come here and also mark it up. 9-inch divided by 2 is going to give me, she's bossy, okay? It's going to give me 4.5. I'm going to go ahead and connect the straight line like that all the way to the hip depth line. Straight all the way to the hip depth line. Okay, this is a dress. Now, after what I'm going to do is I will come here at the waist. I'm going to mark up my dart. This is a dress, okay? So I'm going to go ahead. I'll be marking up let's just say 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch here, and 3/4 inch here. I'm going to come on the hip depth line. Like I said, she's a very tall person, so normally from here you should be able to go down by 6 or 5 inch. So I'm going to do so where it's going to end, 6 inch. Okay, now on the waist I'm going to still mark this 3/4 inch. You can do 3/4 inch both sides, 3/4 inch here. Now on the bust point I'm going to go down by 1 inch. This is just to avoid any pointer edge around there. Then I'm going to just go ahead and connect it up. I'm not going to be padding this up. If you want to pad yours up, you can go ahead and come here. You can even go out by 1/2 inch, then you do 2 inch at the other side, or even 1 inch. Then I'll just go ahead now, connect this part up like this with a straight line. And I'm going to come here, I will do straight line, and I'll connect this point up like that. Okay, if you check, the dress I'm working on is kind of a bossy, it's a sweetheart dress. I'm going to connect these points up all the way to this point. I'm going to do the same thing here. Like I said, this is a dress, so it's a fitting dress for that matter. It's supposed to be fitted pencil one at the hemline. Now, so far we have our darts right there. The next thing I want to do is to come at the chest line. She wanted to be a little bit higher, okay? So I will come on the chest line. What I'm going to do is to go up. You can go up to 3 inch if you want to. You can go up to 3 inch. I will be doing 2.5 inch. Okay, she's bossy. Like I said, she's bossy. So I'm gonna just connect these lines up. You can go up to 3 inch. Now that that I have gone up to 3 inches, I'm just going to go ahead and draw the straight line all the way like that. You see? I'm thinking that 3 inches is too much. Yeah? 3 is too. Let me do 2.5 inches. It's too much. This part here, we're not going to be needing that up. Okay, so I am doing 2.5 inch. Finally, I did 2.5 inch. Connect it up like that. Now 2.5 inch. Now, after doing so, what I'm going to do is to come here. We want to be able to create up the bust tighten right there. To be able to do so, you can either take whatever you have here, which is 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch both side, divide it by 2, or you can take a round bust to get exactly what you're going to be needing. I did not explain this part. To get exactly what you're going to be needing for your dart is round. Okay, for example, the round bust I'm working with, I didn't even say the round bust I'm working with is 38. It's 38, and then the under bust, which is 30, cannot be 30. The difference of 8 inch. It's too much. So I want to know the amount of dart you'll be needing is to take the, let's just say 38 is 38 minus 30 inch. We'll be left with 8 inch. This 8 inch, you're going to divide it by 2. 8 divided by 2 is going to, okay, it's going to give me 4, right? 4 inch. Then 4 again, you divide it again by 2, making it 2 inch. Meaning that you're going to be taking 1 inch at this side, 1 inch at the other side. That's how to know whatever you're going to get for your darts. All right. Now let's forget about that. So we went down by half 1 inch because she's bossy. This is just to avoid any, sharp edges around there. You can still come here and go up by ½ inch. All right. 1 inch, ½ inch. You can even do 1 inch if you want to. Then at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here like this. Like I said, I'm going to come here. I will do 3/4 inch. And I'm going to do the same thing, 3/4 inch. This way, we're going to avoid any kind of a sharp, any gibbies around here. All right. So I went out 3/4 inch. I went in 3/4 inch. I'm going to connect it up to the ½ inch. Like I said, the person I'm working with, she's a very tall person and she's bossy. Connect it up like that. This part up here. You want to make this part not too curvy, all right? Make it not too curvy. Now, she wants it a little bit of a sweetheart. Okay, a little bit of sweetheart. But before we go ahead to connect that sweetheart, what we want to do here, she wants straps. For the straps we're going to be working with, we want to come here like this. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to come here. I'll go in by 2 inch. She wants an elastic strap, but I'm not going to be adding. I'm not going to be making elastic straps. I'll just make this type. So I'm going to connect it up like this because she doesn't want it to open. It's not actually straps, but small, small band, just like that. It's going to be fine. I've just connected it up 2 inch. You can do like, how do they call it? This, you already know what I'm talking about. You can come here like this and do it up like that. This part. All right. To make it more bigger if you wish to. Now, after that, what I'm going to do is she wants it to be a little bit of high waist. Like I said, not high waist, sweetheart. But she doesn't want it too deep. So what I'm going to do is either from this chest line, I can go down by 1 inch. It's not too deep because the style she showed me is not too deep. 1 inch. Now connect it up like this. From this point, I'm going to do like that. Okay, like this. You can really round it up like that. This is what we have right now. Okay, so we are going to go ahead now, put the measurement we're going to be needing for this. We'll put 1/4 of each measurement. So the round bust I'm working with is 38 divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 inch. 9.5 right there, 9.5. Okay, I've just marked it up here. Now we want to come here like this, measure up whatever we have from this point up, which is about 3/4 inch. I'm going to replace that up like that. Then I'm going to come on the under bust. I'm going to put under bust divided by 4. Round under bust is 30. 30 divided by 4 is going to give 7.5. Then I will replace back, measure up whatever I have, which is 1.5, replace it back. Now the waist, we're simply going to go ahead and use the same thing. Or you take round waist, which is the round waist I'm working with in round waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 is going to give me 8. Come here, mark 8. Then replace back that 1.5. But how come the waist is much bigger than the under bust? It's not possible. It's supposed to do the same thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead, measure up whatever I have from here to here. The difference, I'm gonna be adding it up here. You cannot, there's no way that the waist is gonna be different from the under bust. Normally the under bust is supposed to be different than the waist. 9.5 inch. I'm gonna add that half inch that's remaining here. The under bust is supposed to be bigger than the waist. So I pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up. Come on the hip. The round hip I'm working with is 42. Yeah, divided by 4 is gonna give me 10.5. 10.5 right there. Okay. Remember, I have not added any allowance to this. Okay. So what I'm going to do. Connect it up like that. Okay, now I don't know where I get that hiccup. I used to have a hiccup. Okay, this is what we have so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull that up, measure up whatever I have here. Remember, I said this dress is a pencil one. This is 10.5. I'm going to come here like this and first of all mark that 10.5. The dress I'm working with, the total I'm working with is 63. So here we have 45. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now. First of all, just connect it up like this. It's a pencil dress. She wants it to be a pencil one. Oh, sorry. She wants it to be a pencil dress. So when you're making of a pencil dress, what do we normally do? A pencil dress is normally we will measure up whatever we have on the hip depth line. We're going to minus at least 2 inch from there. At least, if it is too small, at least no. If it is too small, it's 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to do it's a pencil dress. So what we have is 10 inch, right? 10.5 inch. 10.5 inch. I'm going to minus 10.5 inch. I'll minus 1.5 inch from there. It's a pencil dress. It's supposed to be pencil. So we're going to go ahead now. I'm just going to this point up all the way to that point. But remember, this is a pencil dress. You have to add up a opening at the back, because if not, she will not be able to work freely. Now that we are done doing so, I'm going to go ahead and add up my allowance for this it is good for it to be bigger than for it to be smaller. So here I'm going to add 1 inch. Remember, this is one part of the pattern. Here I'll do 1 inch. Here on the hip I'm going to do 1 inch. Okay. Now remember that we did minus 1.5 inch at the end. So what we want to simply do here is to come here like this and add that 1 inch back. It's a pencil one. Out of the 1 inch. Connect that up. That's the sewing allowance, okay? Sewing allowance. So we have it up here. You can do this line straight up downward. This one here. Okay, so I'm writing her name so that I will not have to. Now, so I'm going to be cutting it for the back. The only difference is the back. We are going to just cut it straight like this from this point. Straight. Okay, straight. Because we're going to be adding up sleeves to it. So don't make a mistake. The only difference for the back is the back is going to be having a zip allowance, and then this part is going to be straight only. Alright. Then we're going to add puff sleeves to it. If you want, you can actually do this other neck design that is being cut from here. That's it. So that just happened. I forgot that I'm already cutting it from the This is going to be 2 pieces, so I don't need to separate this up. Let me quickly go ahead and wash that up. I was thinking of, okay, I almost cut that part off. This is supposed to be a skirt, okay? It's just a skirt and not skirt. So The only thing we have to separate from here is to separate up this part here. You know, this part, we're just gonna go ahead, okay? See? This is a cup of it. Like I said, you can use this straight. I'm going to see if she want that type, or maybe she won't. Yeah, but this side is very good, yeah, it's very, very good. So it just needs to join. You see, this is how the top is going to be, right? And then just cut one of this from here. The pleats. Join this up. Maybe from the inside. Then I have this skirt. The skirt is a pencil skirt. Like I said, it's a pencil skirt. And this part we're gonna join them up. So I'm going to be doing the sewing tutorial tomorrow. Stay up, cool, for the sewing tutorial. I hope you find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Like I said, the back is a straight line, okay? The back is straight and straight. For the back, I will have to show you on how to. I don't have a PC. I don't have pattern. The back is straight, nothing different. The most important one is the front. So for the back, we're going to be cutting it straight. You can cut it from here straight, then add straps, you make it higher. It's up to you, but we have to get a sleeve to it. Just to save pattern, I don't want to waste a lot of this. So for the back, you're not going to be adding up. It's not going to be having anything, but instead you're going to have it, just make it straight. If you want, before you go ahead and cut off this start, the best thing for you to do is to cut off the back. But anyway, the tutorial is going to be coming up tomorrow, and I hope it's going to be helpful to you. Don't forget to be thumbs up the notification bell, which is so that by the time we're stitching everything up together, you'll be I don't think this thing is gonna be enough for it. Yeah. This part normally is to be cut on fold. I'm just thinking that this is not going to be enough. And we also add it in on the back. This part like this is to be cut on fold like this. Because we have to add it. But this is an interfacing that we're going to be adding up to tomorrow. I hope that we'll be able to finish to stitch with just one. I have to do the top of the back, which is going to be a very simple one. I don't think I have fabric. I'm taking my pins. I don't know why I take those pins. I have to pin them up together because if not, I get up tomorrow and I'm looking for those pins I have, I'm not finding it. And when I'm not looking for it, I'm gonna find it. Oh, this one like that even broke. This. So the sewing is coming up tomorrow. Look at the pin I was looking for. This is it. The sewing is going to be coming up tomorrow. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I'm tired. I need to go and sleep. I'm working tomorrow. So stay cool and see you guys very soon. Bye bye. Oh. Okay. I don't know where to focus. My eyes are tired. This thing was not, was it even on? Oh, I turned it off. See you guys very soon. Hope to see you guys very soon. Look at my eyes are swelling already. I need to